Adam Bartlett now at the back at the main stand. Congratulations, Adam. First of all, that elusive clean sheet. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, over the moon. It's been a frustrating time up to now. 8 games in, and obviously the first clean sheet. But it should have come sooner. But it's come today, and hopefully I can build on that, and the club can build on that going into the next few games. It
was a game where you were never really tested, were you?
No, I didn't have anything to do. I don't really think they had a meaningful shot on target. The boy cuts in at the end and hits the outside of the post, but again it was one that was swinging in. It was never really causing problems because it was never on target. But you know, as a back four, and as an 11 in particular, I thought we defended, you know, really well. It was a tough game this afternoon because again the pressure's on us. We're playing bottom of the league at home, and you know they're always tricky fixtures because they come here and they've got absolutely nothing to lose. But we, you know, we had a really positive attitude. We concentrated really well throughout the 90 minutes, and I think it was fully deserved today.
As a professional, you've all got pride in your own performance.
Yep.
You're all defenders, a goalkeeper in your case. You want to keep clean sheets, but at the end of the day, it's about winning football matches, and that's what York City have done over this Christmas period. They've won 2 out of 2.
It is, yeah. Again, the Boxing Day game was a tough fixture. Again, it should have been another clean sheet, but unfortunately, a sloppy mistake at the back, and they end up scoring a little bit against the run of play again. But you know, going into the day, it was massive for us to get that clean sheet. I know it's been, even prior to me coming to the club, it was something that hadn't happened over a period of time, and it's good to get that monkey off our back really, and you know, we can take that as a positive going forward, and we want to keep many more.
Your second day this season.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The one for Darlington as well. I'm looking at the performances over the two games, and especially today. There were a lot of, should we say, contentious refereeing decisions. What have the players said when they got back into the dressing room about a couple of the refereeing decisions here today?
Well, we spoke to the ref just after half time, or just as we come out for the second half, or John Parkin did. We felt it should have been a sending off in the first minute. Whether he's thought again that we're playing bottom of the league at home and he didn't want it to be a one-way contest, I don't know. But you know, from our point of view, disappointing because it could have been a much easier 90 minutes for us today. But the goal in the second half as well, when he's given a free kick on the edge and sent the lad off, I don't know whether that was to try and make up for it. But again, Big John's disappointed because he's took the ball in the back of the net, and I think from everybody's point of view, you'd much prefer the goal than the red card.
Yeah, settled team as well this last couple of games. That's surely got to help everyone, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Obviously Josh Law's come back in at right back, and he's had 2 very positive performances. I think we've looked more solid as a whole because we haven't kept a clean sheet in so long. The focus has been very much on the defensive side of things, and it had to be really because we know we've got the firepower going forward. Obviously Big John scored 7 in the last 3 games, which is, you know, phenomenal at any level. You know, Aidy's come back into the team as well, Aidan Connolly, and you know, he's been a bright spark as well. And you know, going forward, obviously Pato as well, coming in from Middlesbrough, has been different class, and you know, rightly so, got player of the month for December. So you know, we've got real positives going forward. I just think that, you know, today in particular, we showed that we've got that little bit more at the back. We had a sitting midfielder in there as well who didn't venture too far forward, and you know, really to show things up at the back when we haven't got everybody kind of, you know, flooding and emptying the midfield. It's something that's probably been too easy over the previous games for teams to get the ball into the front man, and it puts the back four and the 2 centre backs in particular under a hell of a lot of pressure when it doesn't need to be. So Dan Rowe came on, positive performance in the last 20-25 minutes when he was sat in there, and obviously McAllister before that as well was very solid in there.
Let's look ahead then. I asked Dave Penny, who came and talked to us, if Martin was looking forward to the weekend, or if he just wanted it to be out of the way, the Darlington game. How do you look ahead to this game? I
think you've got to look forward to it. It's the next game, so it's the biggest game because it's the next one, and the game after that will then become the focus. And obviously we know that it's going to be a hostile environment, and you know, it's a derby game. It was, you know, hostile when I was playing for Darlington when we came here earlier in the season, and I expect no different there. It's football. That's the type of game that you want to play, and when you're growing up as a kid and you dream of being a professional footballer, you want to play in the big games. And like I said, every game at this level is a big game because it's the next one, and that's Darlington this Saturday. I
don't want to get you involved in a war of words or stoke the flames even higher than there probably will be at the weekend, but I read a lot from the Darlington end. Their supporters, do you feel as though they not now giving Martin the credit he deserves for what he did at Darlington?
Martin done a phenomenal job. You know, he took the club from, you know, the lowest point it had ever been when the club reformed, and it was 3 promotions in 5 years, and realistically should have had the chance of the 4th promotion in 5 years, finishing 5th last season, getting in the playoffs, and then having the chance to participate taken away because of the ground not being up to standard. So you know, when you look at that, he'd done an unbelievable job, and you know, again, right from the off, them promotions on anybody's CV, you know, that's fantastic. Whatever level of football it was, he brought the players in. He had a good backroom staff with him as well, and yeah, I mean, I think it might just be a case of them also disappointed that he's gone. I'm not too sure, but hopefully he can do the same for York and get them promotions back on, or add the promotions back to his CV.
And explain to us from a playing perspective why it's always nice to go back to an Oakham, why you're so desperate when you do to go and get all 3 points. Why does it mean that more to some players?
I mean, from my point of view, I think I played 28 games at Darlington, signed there in the March of this year, last year, 2017, and I enjoyed my time there. I've got some good friends both in the background at Darlington and, you know, on the playing side of things. But, you know, it just goes out the window. It's just you know a lot of people within there, and, you know, there's nothing better than going there and getting the 3 points. And, you know, I've got nothing negative to say about them. Like I said, everything from my point of view when I was there was good. It was just a case of this opportunity came up, and it was a 31-year-old that I didn't want to turn down. I wanted to play at the biggest club that was available to me, and that's not a dig or a snipe in any way at Darlington Football Club. But, you know, I'm here at York City, and all I want to do now is do my best for York City. And like I said, nothing negative towards them on that side. It was just something that, on a personal level, I really wanted to do. And
it's going to be a Darlington side that you come up against that's a little bit different to the one that you left, because they've made a few changes recently since the manager came in here.
Yeah, I had a few games with Tommy Wright, and again, you know, Tommy was fantastic with me when I spoke to Tommy and gave him the heads up that I wanted to come to York. You know, he could have stood in the way very easily if he wanted to, but he knew what my personal circumstances were on the side as well. So you know, I've got nothing but praise for him and his staff that came in there as well.
Playing side has changed as well.
Playing side, yeah, new players. Obviously, they've brought in Rhys Dyche up front, who you know, is well known at this level and the level above. Hard working centre forward, puts himself about. Got a bit of an attitude to him as well. So, you know, it's going to be tough. And he's brought in a few players that he's knew previously from Nuneaton, and yeah, the players that are already at the club as well. Like I said, the majority of them have been there, you know, nigh on from the start as well. So Darlington through and through, and, you know, the club means a lot to them. So it's going to be a tough game. But like I said, it's one that within the dressing room that you look forward to.
Well, we hope you enjoy your afternoon. We hope you get 3 points just like you did today.
Fingers
thank you for
crossed.
talking to us. Cheers. Thank you.